Hey team, it's Crystal here, and I tried to do this the other day and totally got ruined from my children screaming in the background. So if you saw that and then you're like, what happened to that? It's gone now, thankfully. But wanted to bring this to you. Our team training today is going to be all about the Power Hour. We talk about the Power Hour all the time, and some people still don't really understand what it is. So what I'm going to do with you today is just take you through each action step, give you an example so that you know what the heck we're talking about. I'm not going to take you through an entire hour, but I'm going to show you how to do each different thing, and you're going to be able to do it and do it consistently over and over again, and that will create your Power Hour. So I'm going to screen share with you. All right, so you can see that. So this is my page, right? This is my personal page. So the first thing that we're going to be focused on is we are focusing on adding to our network. Adding to our network is one of the things that we should be doing on a consistent, regular basis. Ideally about at least 3 to 5 people daily, because if we don't grow our network, then we are going to run out of people to be able to help. Right? So we want people to be constantly seeing our story as we share it, and being able to connect and build those relationships and whatnot, right? So first, this is how you go in and you actually start to add to your network. So when you're a brand new coach, I only had about less than 200 people that were my friends on Facebook. So I started out and I started going into my friends list, and this is how you start. So I have a ton of coaches at the very top of my friends list, right? So I'm actually just going to search somebody that I know I will probably have mutual friends with. So I'm going to go to their friends list. So she's my friend, and then we have obviously mutual friends and that kind of stuff. So what I would do is with her, okay, I go in and I see, usually you'll have the people that you say, oh my gosh, we have, all these same friends, they're all mutual friends, da, da, da. You can see that. And you say, I remember her. I'm already friends with these people, but I know her. This is her, sister-in-law. I'm going to add her. I'm going to go in and look at other people and say, okay, who else do I know? Have I met at her parties before? Have I met, at different things that she's gone to and stuff? So I'm going to go through and just look for the people that I would go, and I'd go and just scroll down all of her friends, right? That is one of the ways that you can do that. Another way that you can find friends is you go up here to your friends request, right? And you click on see all, and that's going to bring you to the people you may know. And so we're going to start to look at this and say, people I may know. Okay, well, how do I know them? It'll tell you the so-and-so's mutual friend, how other people know them, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking through here and I'm seeing if there's anybody that I would know that I would add as a friend, all of that good stuff, right? And so for me, I don't ever add the opposite sex in unless I actually really truly know them. And same thing. So you're going to have people that you would see like, oh yeah, I know them, and I know so-and-so. And again, when you're first starting, you're going to have a lot more people. For me, I've been doing this for 3 years. So it's to the point where it takes me, I have to go through a lot more people in order to find this. But that's what you're going to do in order to start adding to your network, right? So that's simple enough, right? That is how you start to add people to your network. From there, what you can also do is you can go into different groups. And if you have a hobby or something that you really are into, like for me, I have looked up different moms groups in the town that I live in, and I'm part of these community forums on Facebook. And so I don't go in there to try and sell Shakeology to anybody or promote my challenge groups or anything like that. But what I do is I go in there to basically connect with people. And once I have a conversation with them, if they post in there, like I go in and I check once a day. And if they post in there, they ask a question, I comment back, someone comments back with me, we're engaged in conversation, I will send them a friend request. And majority of the time they will accept. And then from there, I connected them and actually start a conversation with them, try and get to know them a little bit. Again, I'm not necessarily looking to sell them anything or do anything, right? I just want to connect with them. I want to start the spark of that relationship. And then from there, maybe the conversation goes into fitness and maybe it doesn't. And maybe then they're my friend though on Facebook and then they will see my post consistently, right? So that is huge. So those are a couple ways to start adding to your network. Next, I'm going to go back and screen share with you again, and I'm going to show you how to connect. So again, I've been a coach for 3 years now. So basically, everyone in my scroll are coaches, a lot of them, right? Because I connect with a lot of coaches all the time. But what you're going to do is you're going to go through your Facebook scroll, and you're just going to start scrolling. And anything that you'd be like, oh, this is so cute. I'm just like, I can't wait till Bailey can go and do something like that, right? I'm just going to comment and say, so cute. Can't wait till Bailey is old enough to do that stuff, right? So I'm just commenting. Again, I'm not saying anything about fitness or Beachbody or anything like that. I'm just going through and commenting meaningfully, right? Again, these are all coaches. I'm just going through and looking at their stuff. And I'm just trying to find someone else that I can give you an example of something. Okay, so she's like, they're showing her daughter crawling or whatever. And I'll be like, hey, whatever works, right? It's hard to crawl in dresses. Right? So again, I'm just connecting with her. I'm just doing that, right? Another way that you can connect is if you go back to your friends list. Again, all the people that you talk to on a regular basis are typically at the top, right? So I'm going to go down and start going through, and I'm going to connect with somebody in my friends list, right? So I'm going to connect with her. I'm going to send her a message, right? And it will show the last time that we chatted. Wow, we haven't chatted since like over a year ago, right? So I'm going to go in there and say, hey girl, I just wanted to reach out and say congrats on baby number 2 being on the way. You make such adorable kids. Can't wait to see the next one. How is life in Austin? That's where she lives. So again, I'm just connecting with her. I didn't say anything about the holiday challenge or any of the stuff that we talked about the last time or any of that kind of stuff. I could also just kind of go through and scroll and see, like, I know she's preggo again. She's baby number 2. I've seen her stuff, whatever. Okay, and then I would go and I wrote her a message instead of writing on her page, right? So that is how you would connect. So that's also how you could add hey girl messages, right? So that's a hey girl message example. Another hey girl message is you look at the people who have sent you requests or who accepted your friend requests. You can't, usually you'd see it right up here, but I already looked at it. So the people that, let's see. the people that you sent friend requests and they accepted, you would want to send them hey girl messages, right? So I'm going to go to my recently added, and I'm going to send a couple of hey girl. I'm going to send her a hey girl message. So these are people that have recently accepted my friend request. So this person, I'm going to send her a message and say, hey girl, thanks for accepting my friend request. I don't know if you remember, but I met you through Sarah at the park one time over the summer for our mom's group. We were chatting about you the other day. She told me, I'm just connecting with her. So I just sent her a hey girl request, or hey girl, right? Because she added me into her network. And so I hey girled her. Hey, thanks for adding me to your friend request, or thanks for adding me to accepting my friend request, or adding me to your network, or any of that kind of stuff. So we've done connecting, we've done inviting, or sorry, we haven't done inviting. We've done adding to our network, and we have done also the hey girls, right? So those are the examples of that. So the next thing that we're going to do is inviting, right? So same thing. So often what you would be, who you'd be inviting is, you either have people that you have been in conversation with about fitness, about like maybe they've seen you posting about your story, sharing about your workouts, they've seen your results and they've been talking to you, and those are people that you would be inviting to participate in your next challenge group, to do something like similar to what you're doing. Also, people who are liking your posts and commenting on your posts, those are often great people to invite because they've been paying attention to what you've been doing. Sometimes we will also just go through our friends list and just reach out and put it out there, you know, because you're never going to know if somebody's interested in what you're doing unless you invite them to the party, right? So I'm going to show you an example of how to do that. So we're back on my page, right? We're back on my page, and I'm going to go into my friends list. And again, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom more because a lot of my people are coaches. And I'm going to send out a invite, right? I want to send out an invite. I have too many coaches that are friends, right? So I'm going to go through actually, you know who I have? I'm going to send out an invite. So this is what you would do initially, right? You would send out I'm going to message her. And I'm going to look at her page, right? Look at her page. So for example, we were just talking about fitness and what she should do and stuff like that. So I'm going to send her a message. We were talking about fitness. I'm going to make it official. I'm going to say, hey girl, I know that you were really wanting again. So I don't want to like say everything to her and like totally verbally vomit on her right off the bat, right? So we've talked about potentially, you know, her doing something in the past. She's, you know, asked me for tips and stuff before, but nothing's ever kind of come of it. So I want her to take action. I want her to know that, like, let's get this on the roll, like get this going, take some action. I have a group starting. So I'm giving her a date. I'm giving her a deadline of sorts, right? And I want to make sure like that I want something there for me to follow up with her. So whether it be, you can say that, you know, the sale ends on this program at whatever, if it's the end of the month, or you could say, you know, my group is starting on this date. You want to have some kind of a deadline, some kind of a goal. So, and then I just say like, hey, I don't tell her it's a 30-day group. I don't tell her that, you know, any of that kind of stuff. I'm just telling her, you know, basically enough that it is that she, you know, is maybe going to be interested so I can start the conversation with her. So then she would write me back and be like, yeah, I'd love to have the details. And then I tell her a little bit more about it. And then I say, you know, I go back and I share about the encouragement of the accountability and the support, and that's why it really works. Maybe I throw in about the money back guarantee with the program, or that the program that we were originally talking about is on sale this month. There's a number of different ways that it could go, but that is how you would initially start that invite process, right? So those are the things that you're going to be doing in your power hour. So we're going to be doing adding to our network, connecting. We're going to be doing hey girls, and then inviting. And so those are the really key to helping you move forward in your business. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, and I will talk to you guys soon.